It's me, Bussy, and welcome back to Hot or Rot. And today we'll be reviewing the premiere of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 13. 13 queens entered the workroom, but only 6 made it out alive. Sounds like my bedroom on a Friday night. But before we get started, there's something I have to address with you. You see, I was going over my patron list and checking it twice, and I noticed you weren't on it. I have to let you know, my channel would not be possible without my patrons. They help support the 80 hours and sometimes more of work I put into my channel every single week and help me afford basic things like rent, food, wigs, makeup, costumes, and more. What are patrons and what is Patreon? Well, I'm glad you asked. It's an exclusive, members-only website designed to help creators like me earn a fair wage from making content for people like you. In exchange for just a couple of shekels a month, my patrons get exclusive member benefits like their name in the credits of my videos, early access to my videos, personal shoutouts, access to my deleted video archive of over 50 videos, exclusive bonus content, the ability to chat with other patrons and me in the Bussy Queen community Discord, and more. So if you aren't feeling like a Grinch, then head on over to patreon.com/bussyqueen and help a girl out. Now, let's get these jingle bells rocking. First into the workroom, pump up the jam. It's Kandy Muse. And she and Drag Race are very much pushing and trying to sell the I'm from the former house of Aja storyline, and I guess create a little bit of drama between Aja, a past contestant, and Kandy Muse, who is on the season now. Concerning the look, it's very 90s kid on the block carrying their stereo through the streets meets RuPaul's Drag Race denim and diamonds runway. I think this is cute. It very much does say Kandy Muse. Literally, she has Kandy on one hip, Muse on the other. She has little K patch details on the actual denim accessorized radio box that she's carrying, and another K on the chest. Y'all know gays love K, and I think overall it's quite effective at telling us exactly who Kandy Muse is. She's loud, in your face. She is literally carrying a radio to broadcast her voice, and by the way, she is from New York, don't forget it. As for having Kandy in the competition, we're gonna have to get mused to it. This look is hot. Are you ready for the next queen? It's Joey J. Joey's entrance line is filler queen. I'm like, girl, why? Why are you saying that? It's very Detox's verse in Ready Wrote You saying, I'm not the best, but I'm not the worst. I just don't understand why you would walk in and say that. Also, every time I see Joey now, I'm going to be wondering why she's wearing a wig. In her Meet the Queens, as you remember, she spent like 10 minutes telling us that she never wears wigs. So, you know, I don't know what's going on with that. As far as the actual look, it's pretty. Like, I don't think there's really anything wrong with it. It's well made. It fits her body. It tells us a little story. She's got these giant little chicken ruffles on her arms. Like, there's just really nothing technically wrong with it. But there's also nothing exciting about it. Like, this doesn't tell me more about Joey J or anything unique about their drag. Like, any person, well, not any person, any drag queen could wear this look and pull it off effectively. This chicken needs to head back to the coop and lay another egg. It's a bagrot. As for the lip sync between Joey and Kandy, maybe one of the least memorable lip syncs of the night. Fun nonetheless. Call Me Maybe is kind of, I think, a hard song to really like pack a punch to on Drag Race unless you're just selling tons and tons of comedy. Kandy, I think, did that really well. She was making me laugh, although I think Joey was actually a better dancer and gave a better performance. So while I personally probably would have given the win to Joey, that's what happened on the show. Next up, the Frozen one, Denali. She skates in. Literally. She's the first queen to wear ice skates into the workroom. That was a bold, bold choice, but she pulled it off really, really well. I mean, for her to spend an entire who knows how many hours in the workroom in ice skates and then do the lip sync in those, mama. Props to you. Props to you. That was a gag. As for her look, it's very Frozen princess at the Disney ice skating show. It's cute. I think more importantly, it's perfectly on brand for Denali. A fun detail here that you almost miss if you aren't looking closely is that her skates are completely rhinestoned. Very cute little detail there. Her braided pony is giving me Frozen, but this look is not one I want to let go. This look is... And if you're a seasoned Drag Race fan, like myself, you may be putting 2 and 2 together at this point and realizing that the entrance looks so far, and the ones we will get to in just a second, are all very performable, very danceable. If you're into conspiracy theories, you may be into this one. I think these queens were told in advance that they were going to be lip syncing, or at least performing. And girl, I think judging based on their acting, if we can call it that, well, let's just say nobody's going to be winning any Academy Awards. Next up, Do Re Mi Fa So LaLaRi. Oh, this look, this luck. Let's focus on the positive. LaLaRi, I think, is my favorite personality of the bunch after seeing her talk in the confessional and with the other queens. Ball of energy, ball of fun. I'm loving everything coming out of that mouth. Her look is very like CEO of the anti-vax Karen army meets Lana Del Rey wearing a mask at the beginning of the pandemic. but she forgot her pants. This is so weird. It's so weird. I'm sorry, but what the hell is going on here? Like, how does this look represent LaLa as a drag character? And then why is it only half of an outfit? I think you can do really simple things and have extremely effective looks. You'll see later when we get to Symone's that is very possible to do, but here it just doesn't make any sense. The blazer doesn't even fit her that well. And then she's got the really flat wig on. I mean, let's at least put a little bit of a base tease. Or a pony. Let's put a pony in there. I don't know, something. This look is a rah-rah rot. Denali and LaLaRi lip-synced to the Pussycat Dolls. And some highlights. Denali did a cartwheel on ice skates. That was impressive. But her dress kept falling off and exposing her boy nipples, and we all know that's sort of like a taboo in the show. Like, if your outfit is coming apart, you can't keep it on. Usually that does not bode well for you. We also see LaLaRi's big personality that I mentioned earlier transfer well into her lip-syncing capabilities. She's an excellent dancer, knew the song, sold it to me. Her win made sense with my fantasy. And before we go any further, I want to quickly remind you to click that like button if you like what you're seeing, and to press subscribe if you love drag, and to join my Patreon if you want to help support this channel. In return for just a couple dollars a month, you can get things like your name and credits, personal shoutouts, early access to my videos, exclusive content, and access to the Bussy Queen community Discord. And you get the satisfaction of knowing that you helped me eat this month. Thanks. Now let's get back to it. Next up, shake it. Shake it. Like a Polaroid picture, it's Symone. Symone reveals to us that Symone is the manifestation of a desire to save her life and express herself. A beautiful message which ties into her entrance look, which is a cocktail dress constructed of Polaroids of herself. This is all about self-love, self-expression, and I love it. It's simple, but also extremely effective. It's somehow high fashion and also high drag, but very streetwear and fun. I mean, this look is iconic. Walking into the workroom of RuPaul's Drag Race with nothing but photos of yourself covering your body. Gag. They say pictures say 1,000 words, but sometimes just 4 are enough. Charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. She has it all. Take a picture, or a few, and make a dress out of them. It'll last longer. This look is hot. Holler at me, I know you know me. 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 That is Tamisha Iman's business tagline. We find out that she actually was cast on season 12, but found out she had cancer the weekend that she got the call and had to pass and defer to season 13. I'm happy she is much better and here on the show. God bless you. Tamisha has an extremely wholesome presence that lights up the room, and I really have a good feeling about her so far. As for her look, I would say that it's on brand for the business that she says she does. It's a well-tailored, highly structured red blazer with some red pants. There's some rhinestones detailing going up those intense shoulder pads. I really love the silhouette that the blazer creates, but it's kind of boring from the waist down. Like, I want some more of those rhinestone sequin moments, maybe going down the sides of the leg as well. I don't know, just to zhuzh that up a little bit. And then I also really would love to have seen a wig with a little more volume. It's a little flat. I think if she fixed the pants and the hair, it could be a hot. For now, I'm going to leave this at a warming up. Symone and Tamisha lip-synced to The Pleasure Principle by Janet Jackson, and I would say it was quite pleasurable to watch. Tamisha is amazing. She is an amazing dancer. She was Janet Jackson on that stage. All the moves, hitting every single beat. However, Symone was selling much more comedy and making Ru laugh. Again, if you're making Ru laugh, you're going to win no matter what it is. And, you know, maybe it's a shame sometimes that comedy wins over like raw performance talent, but that's what happens on RuPaul's Drag Race. That's the game they're playing. They know what they signed up for. Next up, she's smashing the cisriarchy. It's GottMik. GottMik reveals that she is a celebrity makeup artist, having even painted people like Paris Hilton. That's hot. Oh. I'm really loving everything about GottMik, except for this look. Y'all may hate me for this one. I don't know. I really loved GottMik's promo and reveal look, but this one just doesn't really fit in with the GottMik fantasy for me. There's something about it that's like missing the edge, missing the spikes. It's kind of just like Kiss Rock and Roll bobblehead plopped on top of a gymnast body. I don't know. The dress by itself, hot. GottMik's extremely unique makeup, hair, and style in general, hot. These two things mixed together, I'm not really buying it in this particular situation. The juxtaposition of these two ideas is a little bit too harsh for me personally. I think if there had been a little bit more cohesion in the actual dress that she's wearing, like maybe put a little black stripe through it, or maybe if it was all black and white with just a pop of color, I think for me it would have been a total hot. Like, there's nothing wrong at all with the makeup or the actual dress. Just together, not my favorite, so I'm gonna leave it at a warming up. Next up, strawberry shortcake is all grown up. It's Utica. She says she's serving hot dishes of ridiculousness. Say that 5 times fast. This look is as quirky and crazy as we know Utica to be. Is it my favorite look from Utica so far? No, but I like it a lot. The look is crazy and campy and fun, and exactly what we would expect from her. But the problem is, like, we've already seen her amazing promo and amazing reveal looks, and I'm just kind of comparing the fabulosity of those to this one. There's so many different patterns and jewels and cuts of fabric to look at, and then she's got a giant strawberry on top of her head. I just want a little more of a through line between all of the pieces. You know, it seems kind of like somebody pressed randomize on a sim and this is what they ended up with. Even though I was left a little confused overall when I saw this, it tells me exactly who she is, and I know exactly whose look this is. Like, if I just saw the pieces, I would say, oh, that's Utica's outfit for sure. I'm gonna give this look a hot. And although these 2 looks weren't personally my favorite of the bunch of queens, I think mostly because they had such amazing promo and reveal looks that really overshadow these entrances, they actually are 2 of my favorite queens in the competition and some of my picks for top 4. They got to lip sync to Rumors by Lindsay Lohan, which I almost lost my shit to. I'm a very big Lohan stan, by the way, if you didn't know. I'm actually wearing a wig that was restyled from one of the very first times that I was in drag, where I was dressing as Katie Heron from Mean Girls. So hearing Rumors on Drag Race was kind of like crack for me. Say crack again. In the actual lip sync, GottMik sells the song a bit better. Her performance makes more sense with the vibe. I will say this is kind of maybe a harder song to actually lip sync to, and then Utica was kind of just flailing all over the stage, being crazy and kooky. And it was funny, but maybe not necessarily fitting the message of the song. So GottMik takes that win, and that makes sense to me. Next up, think pink. It's Rose. Rose says that she's the comedy queen, the metaphorical child of Robin Williams and Jim Carrey. Girl, those are some big shoes to fill, because I didn't see her crack not one joke. But that's not to say she isn't talented. In fact, she lets us know that she has been on The Voice and America's Got Talent. She was also part of a girl group with Jan in New York. Girl, told you they love a reference point. They love connecting queens to other queens. But Rose's giving me very, like, opposite vibes of Jan. If Jan is, like, America's sweetheart, then Rose is the foiled villain in that story, plotting the overthrow of that sweet little girl. Anyways, her look is entirely made of pink satin and it's giving me an 80s crease Lady Bird's fantasy. It absolutely screams rosé. She's even carrying a little wine glass accessory with her that's been completely rhinestoned to pour her rosé into, of course. And I'm not really sure what she was planning with the missing tooth bit when she walked into the workroom, but it didn't get to happen because she was, to her, the only person in there, so she wiped it off. I don't know. But I'll raise my glass to this look. It's hot. Next up, pull back the curtain and make a dress out of it. It's Olivia Lux. She is our baby queen of the season, having been doing drag for about a year and a half at this point. And we also see this little storyline forming where Olivia was apparently competing in a competition that Rose was hosting. So it's like a big moment for Rose to realize, like, oh shit, like I was the host of this thing and now she's there competing with me. And then of course, as we will see, Olivia wins the lip sync, which is upsetting to Rose. Olivia is a pure ball of sunshine. I mean, every time she smiles, I smile. Just an amazing presence on TV. I love this person immediately. As for her look, it's a split yellow and pink velour gown with lots of beautiful rouging up and down and some rhinestone detailing that really makes it pop. I also love her sexy little exposed shoulders with those opera gloves conservatively covering the rest of her look, and she too has a tiny accessory, a little tiny pink bag. This thespian really broke a leg. This look is hot. Rose and Olivia lip sync to X's and O's by Elle King, in which Olivia is absolutely killing it. She has a moment where she's playing air guitar. Everything about what she's doing is perfectly mixed between little choreographed moments that you can tell are regularly part of her routine with comedy. She is selling both of those perfectly. She is so comfortable on that stage. Rose, on the other hand, was extremely intense. Like every time I looked at her on the screen, I was uncomfortable. Like that intense. Like she wanted to win that lip sync so badly that she just read as almost desperate at it. Like she did great, but it was scary to watch. Olivia deservedly wins that lip sync. Next up, she cracked the code. The fire code. It's Tina Burner. She says she's the premier costume comedy queen in New York and has been doing drag for 10 years. And look, I wasn't sure how I was feeling about Tina Burner until she referenced showgirls in her confessional. We have no choice but to stan. Her look is extremely on brand. She's wearing her signature color palette, red, orange, yellow. I'm wondering how long it's gonna take Michelle to ask her to wear something different. I think it's very easy to underappreciate this look because so many of the details are effortlessly part of the outfit but are actually amazingly campy comedy pieces. For example, the fire hose is a belt, the TB on the badge, which is a purse. Her wig is literally a firewoman's hat. Like, this is brilliantly done from head to toe. It tells me who she is. It uses her signature colors and is also funny and unique, and it's drag. It's drag, and that's what I love the most. This look is on fire. It's hot. Next up, Life in Plastic. It's fantastic. It's Kamora Hall. She says she's living the rich white woman fantasy and is Jada's drag sister. She has this little moment in the workroom when she asks Tina Burner, "Oh, who are you wearing?" To which Tina Burner doesn't really understand the question, I think because Kamora was definitely trying to set up a moment for her to brag about her Bob Mackie dress, which she got the moment for later on the runway with Carson Kressley. Don't worry. She loves to represent that rich, plastic, perfect fantasy. And this absolutely does that in a unique flavor, the 60s glam one. It's gorgeous. She's perfect. But is Kamora going to struggle to be more than just a Barbie doll in this competition? Will she be able to show us in the upcoming episodes who she really is? I'll be waiting to find out. But until then, we know Barbie loves to have fun in the sun, and the sun is hot, just like her look. Next up, it's Eliott. I'm not saying it. Leave that in there, because I'm not saying Eliott with 2 T's. She says she's the most famous drag queen you've never heard of, and she's a housewife with a secret. I mean, yeah, the look is exactly what she said it is, housewife. If that's her drag, housewife, she executed it perfectly. The outfit is really quite cute. I love the little 80s shoulder pad moment that she has going on. It's a cute pattern. The bralette and pants fit super well. The little chain necklace is a little campy detail. I maybe would have liked to have seen, I don't know, some kind of like fascinator in the hair, something to maybe just like drag it up and add a little more element of camp to it and really sell that fantasy more so than just actually looking like a pedestrian housewife. That said, it's a very cute look, and I think that this is a real hot look. These three all lip synced to Lady Marmalade. This maybe was my favorite lip sync of the entire night. Tina Burner absolutely killed that little Kim verse. And I don't know if you noticed, but Tina Burner got away with miming and in that song and some other sexually deviant things I would never do. But yeah, not only did she have an amazing stage presence, knew every word, absolutely sold the song, but also made us laugh. It was an absolutely deserved win on her part. Kamora Hall, I think, struggled to find her footing in the lip sync until the very end when she had that little back bend to the death drop moment. And Eliott was an amazing dancer, I have to say. I was very impressed by Eliott. I think maybe just lacking a little bit of comedy, because we always need that comedy element on RuPaul's Drag Race. Don't you ever forget it. And my show really is about the contestants of RuPaul's Drag Race, but I simply can't let Ru's look go untalked about. Wow. The contacts, sickening. I wonder like what Raven had to do to convince Ru to wear her contacts. Ru looked flawless, absolutely stunning. The hair, the dress. She was the labia minora and majora in that thing. Stunning. Obviously, I think this look is hot. As for my hottest hot, well, they say a picture says 1,000 words, and tonight, hers said 1,000,000. My hottest hot is Symone. I also ask my patrons every single week to vote for their hottest hot over on patreon.com/BussyQueen. It's one of their member benefits. And this week they've chosen GottMik. Here's what they said. It may have been the chicken feathers, but Joey J had a really good, well-tailored suit. Shocked it's not 100% Symone. Based purely on the look and not personality or additional information, it's definitely GottMik for me. Let me know what you thought down in the comments below. And just so you know, Bussy Queen has big plans for 2021. And firstly, I want to say thank you for 50,000 subscribers. I can't believe we finally did it. I'm shook and humbled. Thank you. And my patrons are making all of this possible. I want to give a shout out to my brand new hot patron Ruth, and Anthony, Bradley, Cameron, Caroline, Christopher, Craig, Evan, Freddie, Glenn, GJ Bearclaw, Got the Morbs, JB, Jenny, Jen, Jonah, Johnny, Kazuko, Kevin, Kiki and John, Ellipmus Mons, Venus, Sailor, Shannon, Sky, Sunshine, Tina, and Timotheus, who were all supporting me at my hottest hot tier, and Anjo, Marty, Matthew, Mike, Nurse Luca, and Tom, who were all supporting me at the Bussy Queen Collector tier. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Love ya. Bye.